Lauren and her dog, Max, they are doing okay, but the situation could have been a lot worse had it not been for the Amazon driver. Lauren was the second dog owner she saved from the same pit bull in less than 30 minutes.
And it was an Amazon truck with a dog right in front of it. So my thought was, oh, they can't move to the other houses because there's a dog right in front of it.
Lauren's dad, Mike Ray, was watching the video after he got the notification on his cell phone, but he was 30 minutes away.
Panic mode. I was yelling at her to get in the house, and then I saw her kind of spin. And then out of nowhere, the Amazon girl comes running by.
I was fully prepared to be bit by this dog.
Without her, I could have been bit. My dog could have been bit.
Meanwhile, Lauren's dad.
And I was cheering her on. I'm sitting in my car screaming and yelling.
Now, one thing you don't see on camera is before the dog ran over to Lauren, it was attacking her neighbor and his corgi. The Amazon driver let him get inside her van and then took him home and blocked him from the dog, just as she did Lauren.
5,800 people and counting. That's how many people are now living on the streets in southern Nevada.
And our sudden drop in temperature is making surviving out there even harder. New at 6, News 3's Denise Rosh went along with Metro's homeless outreach team as they work to bring people in from the cold.
Have you done a housing assessment recently?
Sergeant Matt Kovacic knows it takes time.
Anything else you need from us? We can help you out?
Gaining the trust of the people he and his team encounter on a daily basis. Today, they're in J.C. Park, hoping to persuade 56-year-old Dana Blakeman to come in from the cold.
We'll be okay. We'll be okay. But it is super cold, and there's a lot of other people out here that do need the help, so make sure you go and interview with a lot of folks.
If you want to change your mind, then you have our number, just give us a call, okay, so we can get you in there. It's going to be real cold tonight.
3 years ago, Metro formed the Homeless Outreach Team, working with local nonprofits to offer up services to people living on the streets. And with temperatures plummeting in the last few weeks, the work is more important than ever.
Sometimes we have 6, 7, 8 contacts with the same client before we can get them whatever help they need. But, if we help one, that's a win in our case.
The team also does individual assessments and helps clients get on a waiting list for housing. Many of the homeless people they encounter have been on the streets for years.
What about your family? Would they let you stay with them if we got you a ticket back home?
But here, there is no judgment and no enforcement. It's all about reaching out and making a connection.
It's to get them a permanent fix, whether it's housing, reunited with their loved ones, whether it's local or back home, is to get them whatever help they need to get off the streets and out of the elements.
This outreach comes just as the city is expanding the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center here in downtown Las Vegas. This brand new covered sleeping area fits 800 people and is set to open December 28th. News 3 given a look inside as Councilman Cedric Creer and Mayor Carolyn Goodman toured the facility. The Courtyard is open 365 days of the year. Back at the park, the outreach team meets an artist named Harold.
This one is like a city on a city and the restaurant.
Like Blakeman, he's not ready to come off the streets yet, but maybe soon. And when that day comes, the team will be there to make it happen.
A 24-year-old mother found strangled in her home. Her 3-year-old daughter, with a blanket over her head, told to be quiet.
So the details from the nearly 5-year-old homicide of Brittany Briggs still haunt the minds of investigators. And Lauren Clark joins us now live with why police are again bringing this crime to light, hoping to catch whoever did it.
Well, detectives are adamant that somewhere someone saw something, so they're begging anyone to give them any type of clue on this because they really want their family to get the justice that Brittany so deserves.
February 10th, 2017. Brittany Briggs, a 24-year-old mother, was found strangled in her home near Lake Mead in Mount Hood. Her killer still on the loose.
Please help me bring closure to Brittany's family and find the person responsible.
The shocking details of the crime now resurfacing nearly 5 years later. Detectives sent out this video on social media to ask for help and more clues.
We learned that Brittany returned home on the night of February 9th, 2017, after picking up medicine for her daughter. This was the last time anyone ever heard from her again.
The next day, friends came to the house to check on Brittany. Investigators say the door was cracked open.
When her friends walked into the house, they noticed that it had been ransacked.
Her parents also telling News 3 their daughter's ID, cell phone, and debit cards were gone too. Detectives still don't know who killed her or why.
However, we learned Brittany sold clothes, trinkets, and other items online, things the killer may have taken with them.
The only possible witness, Brittany's 3-year-old daughter, who police say came into contact with the killer.
Brittany's 3-year-old daughter said someone told her to be quiet and they put a blanket over her.
Now, almost 5 years later, her family's still without answers.
It's not fair that they're wandering around living their life and we have our daughter in a little urn on a shelf.
Now investigators have this plea for the community.
Someone out there knows what happened. It's been over 4 years and someone has talked about this.
And if you have any information, which is exactly what detectives need to solve this case, please call Crime Stoppers. You can do so anonymously. We actually have that number right now at the bottom of your screen.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.